Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on Forza 6 with another silly car build. My vehicle today is the Ariel Atom V8, and this is probably the last shot at a vehicle being able to be a road car being able to be made quicker than the Caparo T1. Everything we have tried so far has failed. The Radical was quick, but it didn't really have enough power. Now this, maybe. This might just be able to go closer. I don't know whether it will beat the Caparo, but this might be able to go closer. Right, we are not going to want to remove that. Oh, you can actually take that off. That's quite cool. We are definitely not... Look at the difference that makes in the PI. We're definitely not going to be doing that. And, oh, you can actually turn the V8 into the more normal, kind of basic-looking version. I didn't know you could take the parts off. I mean, again, you know, definitely don't want to do that, though. We will be keeping the wings. I was kind of curious to see if it was going to have Forza wings, but no, it's just remove them. We are going to give it a twin turbo on the V8, so that's yeah, quite a lot of power. We're already up to 622 horsepower, so more powerful than the Caparo. I think more torque, or very similar, and about the same weight, but the PI, it's still 60 PI down. However, we have got plenty of, well, we've got some parts at least to go for. The Ariel Atom, it's a road car. It comes on the sport tyres. Of course, it's all about trying to build a road car to beat the Caparo, so we can't change anything here, and sadly, we can't change tyre widths either, so we're stuck with whatever the game gives us. There are some upgrades, and I was quite surprised to see things like gearbox upgrades kind of available. I would have expected the Atom to have sort of all racing parts installed, and again, the same with the brakes. I mean, it's going to be pretty powerful stopping this thing. It's got decent brakes from standard. I think we are going to want the full roll cage, add some chassis rigidity. Admittedly, it's pretty good to start with, but anything that might help with handling is always a good thing. And now it's just a time to stick on some more power, and as much power as we can possibly get. And the PI isn't really going up anymore. Damn it, I was kind of hoping... the PI would shoot up a little bit more than this when it came to sticking on the power. It's not quite. It's still going to be relatively high on the PI scale of things, up to 734 horsepower. That is a lot. That is a lot of power in a car this little. We're going to finish off with 775 horsepower, 447 foot-pounds of torque, in a car that weighs 1,500 pounds. It is slightly heavier than the Caparo, not by very much. Damn sight more powerful, damn sight more torque. The question is, will it be controllable? We are quite a considerable amount of PI down on said Caparo, and my main fear is that this might be quite twitchy. Of course, though, there is only one way to find out, and that is to take the Ariel Atom around the Road America West alternate circuit, where it will have 5 laps to try and go as quickly as possible and beat that target time of the T1s, a 1:16.8. That is very, very quick around here. The fastest of my cars have got the Ultima at a 1:18.6. So if we can beat the Ultima, I think we'll be doing quite well in this area. It might stand a chance of beating that Ultima. I'm not sure we're going to quite beat the Caparo, but we will give it a go. The good news immediately is that first corner is actually quite good to drive through. There's even a little bit of understeer, which is not what I was expecting from an Ariel Atom. Where do we break down here? Yeah, that's almost just about well. I think we've got 190-ish. Oh, okay, there goes the twitch sheet. Bugger me. That is what I feared would happen with this car. When you go to catch a correct small little slide, suddenly it'll find grip and then straight a wall, and that's going to be the trouble I fear with the Ariel Atom. The opening corner is actually pretty good. I think perhaps with the front tyres not fully warmed up, the balance is actually better on here. Right, let's get you slowed down. The brakes aren't as impressive as I thought they were going to be. I will be honest, I know this is going a bit quicker than the Radical, but I really thought that this was going to be mighty, mighty impressive at getting slowed down. Oh, we do not have rear grip. We do not have enough rear grip to get through that corner. Oh, these brakes are not what I was expecting from the Atom. I was really expecting the radical caparo sort of power of brakes, and we just don't quite get it from this. We also cannot carry the quarter speed through this final turn. That is really struggling to get turned in. Oh, and get a little bit of a wiggle going on. And again, get it slowed down. It is not as impressive on the brakes as I had hoped from this car. Yeah, we're actually okay. We actually get quite a bit of understeer through this first corner. It's just the way that the track is through there, the kind of the speeds you're approaching it. Further around, though, it is a little bit awkward to drive. Straight line speed is impressive in this vehicle. In fact, we're almost running out of gears. It's pretty much geared perfectly, 190 miles an hour. It tops out at down there, and it's certainly not running out of power. Did just about-ish get it stopped for that corner down there. All right, and then be neat and tidy, and don't try and ask too much of the car through here. The back end will want to wiggle. Oh, we're on the grass. Get off the grass. That's a bad place to end up being. Amazingly, we actually got away with that without having a big spin. It's very, very easy if you get caught out there. Try and yank the car off the grass too fast, and when you've got a car like this that is quite twitchy, you will often put that thing pointing backwards. Oh no, I push it too much. I tried to carry speed through there to get... That was very, very nearly going round. I thought, oh, that was going amazingly well through that corner. You just do not have the grip. We do not have the grip available in this Atom. Not in the same way that we did in the Radical. Certainly not in the same way that we did with the Caparo. I mean, this has the acceleration. You put this engine in the Radical, I think you could see something that could potentially challenge that T1. The problem is, this engine in the Atom, it's just not quite enough grip to go with all of the power. The acceleration is lovely, yeah, very, very quick getting down here and getting up towards this 190 miles an hour for the big braking. Why are we lifting the front of the car up? That's not what you want. That's not what I want you to be doing at all, Atom. That's also not a problem I expected to have with an Ariel Atom, but there you go. Okay, so the front end likes to dance around a little bit in the air. Oh, no, 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 no. Fight the car, fight the car. It is very much you fight the Atom around the course of a lap. It's not... It is a strange thing to drive. There's quite a bit of understeer going on, and then the second you try and push it a little bit harder, or the second you push it a little too hard even, you get massively twitchy oversteer. It's, oh, come on, that corner. Yeah, it is a weird handling, weird driving vehicle, and this time around I'm not going to be so lucky through there. That's a big slide in the Atom, and I can't get it off the grass again. No, get off the grass. Yeah, the fear is if you try and get the car off the grass too fast, especially when you've only got sort of two wheels or whatever on the grass, you're going to spin the car as it suddenly starts finding grip. I'm going to tip that in there with far too much speed. It's easier to drive the Atom like this than it was on Forza 5. On Forza 5 it was even more of a horrible twitchy death machine, but this is still very, very difficult to try and drive quickly. It's just constantly working against you almost, this car. Get around that first corner, right. Boot it and go. Come on, Atom. We can do a better lap time. I don't even know what lap time I was on at the moment. None of them were particularly good, so I'm sure we can go. Sure, we can go faster. Yeah, I'm really surprised by the brakes in this. I really thought that we were going to be able to carry that kind of speed and get stopped quicker. I mean, we're less speed than the likes of the XJ220, and we're braking only a fraction later. And you know, they were big, heavy. It was a big, heavy car. The Skyline, the same story with that one. This has just not got the ultimate grip that it needs to compete with some of the fastest vehicles around here. Let's try and be neater. I wonder if I can ever do that 110 mile an hour run through here again. It was oh God's sake. It's just permanently going sideways. Oh, there's a advertising board on the road. It just does not have that grip. The rear end wants to slide, the front end wants to understeer. We may go slightly quicker on this lap because we didn't have any grass cutting moments, even though we didn't have any sort of particularly quick corners either. One more lap with this death machine of an Ariel Atom. Right, let's make sure we get it slowed out. I may want a tad early on the brakes. Yeah, this is not massively fast. It's just not got the grip. It has the acceleration. It's pretty much the reverse of the Radical that went out last time. Okay, let's try and get it neatly. Whoa, that was a big twitch at 180 miles an hour. This thing on a speed run might be quite dangerous, I think. Right, okay, we are neatly done on this this first part of the lap. And again, when you try and carry that speed through the corner, if we're not understeering, the back end is wanting to find some way of getting out of shape. Are we going to have an issue across the curb? A little bit. We haven't really been able to get on the power very quickly through there, but we have stayed on the tarmac, which is always a bonus. I don't know how on earth I got so much speed through here the first time around, so I don't know if I can do it again. Oh, that was a bit quicker, but you are pushing your luck carrying that much speed down there and again in towards this hairpin. Oh, there's the understeer. I daren't try and counter it with any speed or throttle input because, oh, no. Oh, we've buggered it up. We were going a second and a half up. I went to turn in, the back end was going, tried to correct it. This is not a good car. It is not a good car. It has acceleration, but that is about it. That is really about it. It was going a second and a half quicker on that final run, which would have put it perhaps slightly ahead of the Skyline in the XJ220. It wouldn't have beaten the Veneno. Is nowhere near the Ultima or the Radical. I'm a little bit disappointed, actually. I had hoped this was going to be a little bit better, in all honesty, around here, but it just simply doesn't have the grip. Maybe if we could have had some, I don't know, 345s on the rears, 295s on the front tyre size wise, that probably would have suited it better. I don't know what size tyres we had on the Radical. We don't have the downforce, certainly, with this. It just lacks grip. The power, acceleration, awesome. Unfortunately, we have got nowhere near the grip to go with it, and the balance is a little bit wonky for my taste, certainly. But there is just not the quartering grip available in the Ariel Atom. However, with the plenty of power, it should be interesting to see how fast we can get this car to go in a straight line. So it is here to a rather damp Le Mans where we are going to see what the Atom can do. It has actually relatively short gear ratios from standard. We should be getting this well past the 200 mile an hour mark, hopefully, because we were getting to 190 at Road America. So can we get it to 210 miles an hour? That's actually not bad for an Ariel Atom. Normally cars like these, of course, theoretically, lots of downforce. You know, the track cars designed for grip more, that downforce equates to drag and so on. Although, admittedly, the handling issues we're having with this, perhaps not as much downforce as I was thinking it was going to be generating. Yeah, certainly not as much as the Radical. Let's get rid of all of it and see if we can get about 215 miles an hour, probably. I reckon we might even get to 220. Sure, let's give it a go. I fear what this car is going to do at the end of the straight. I really fear what this car is going to do. My guess is if I am not incredibly smooth with the steering, if I turn in a little too sharp, we will go round in a circle. If I can keep it nice and smooth, admittedly, we might not have any grip whatsoever. Yeah, okay, we're taking off the downforce in the wet. Yeah, I wasn't quite expecting it to quite have that lack of grip. Never mind. I was busy thinking about the end of the straight. I've got to be really, really careful with, because it's going to be so easy to spin. It's actually going to be very, very easy to spin getting to said straight across the puddles and trying to carry speed when you've got this much power. Right, okay, Atom, are we ready for what is about to come? Got to be aware of the bumps going through here and not run wide. I'm going to run wide anyway. Wow, bloody hell, that's not. I keep thinking there's going to be more grip in this than there actually is. Okay, fire up the V8. Let's see what speed. We're already up to 190. Is incredibly fast, getting to 200 miles an hour. Problem is, I suspect we're going to run out of steam right about now. Yeah, it's perhaps an unsurprise. Getting to that 200, that acceleration to 200 is phenomenal. Okay, is the gears a little too long for you? Yeah, similar thing we had with the Radical, actually. The gears not quite working. We'll just keep it in fifth then. Yeah, probably shorten the ratio slightly. 218 miles an hour, though. That is pretty damn respectable from the Ariel Atom. Kept it in the middle of the road, so had no issues down there. Oh, look at it move about on the bumps. That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible on the bumps. Fortunately, the back end was more planted than I was expecting. We did manage to turn it through the corner without it letting go. 220 miles an hour, near enough. Ariel Atom is pretty good going, straight line speed-wise, but it's the quartering grip. It is the quartering grip that just lets us down in this car. It has the power. As I said, if you put this engine from this with, near enough 800 horsepower in the Radical, then maybe you would have something that could keep up with the Caparo, but that T1 is just too fast. I don't think any of the vehicles, none of the vehicles I have built have got near it. I mean, we're talking 2 seconds off the Caparo for the fastest of the cars. There are a few that I had just sort of chuck parts on off camera, and none of them, like Celine S7, La Ferrari, none of that stuff there could even get ACR Viper and so on. They're not going to beat the Caparo. It is just simply too quick. So yeah, the Caparo T1 is by far the fastest road car when it comes to a track on Forza, and despite trying my best, I have been unable to find a vehicle that will beat it. The Ultima is an absolute monster, as is the Radical, both for slightly different reasons, but none of them are a match for the Caparo. So that is it for this video, and that is it for this silly car build series. I will be changing the formula up again. I didn't quite realise what a ridiculous task I was setting myself. I didn't quite appreciate just how ludicrously fast that Caparo is. So yeah, I shall be changing the formula of this series up. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and until next time, goodbye.